Okay, you guys. Okay, everybody, welcome. We are going to do a Pilates session today that is focused on lymphatic support. So, our lymphatic system is a detoxification pathway that does not have its own pump. So, it relies on our breath and our movement in order to pump the toxins and the inflammation and the extra water weight out of our body. So, that's what we're going to do today. So, this is a great class for you if you already did like an intense workout and you want to do something mellow. Or if you just woke up today and you feel stagnant and you feel puffy and you just need to breathe and you need to move and you need to kind of like get rid of some like water weight, this is great for that. You're going to need a mat that's a little bit extra padded because we're going to do rolling like a ball. So you're actually going to be rolling back and forth on your spine and you don't want it to be like hurting like your bones. And then at the end, we're going to go feet up the wall or else up. I'm going to do it on an ottoman or a bench. Those are both great options. So you can get prepared for that. To start, we're actually just going to do some manual stimulation of the lymph nodes of the upper body to kind of get us primed and get us ready for our movement. So you can be seated, you can sit on a chair, you can sit like I am, and just relax. So we're going to start under the clavicle, under the collarbone. So I'm going to take my right hand just under my left collarbone and just with the pads of my fingers, just little pressure circles. So the lymph nodes are right under the skin, so it does not take a lot of force to pump them, right? That's what we're just kind of pumping, we're massaging, we're moving anything that's stagnant. It's super gentle today. So it's not a muscle massage. It's like almost like your skin, like you're massaging just under that layer of skin. Great. Once you do about 10 or so of those, you can tap, tap, tap. Connect to the breath. You can even tilt your head gently in the opposite direction. And now go above that collarbone. Same things. Little circles with the pads of the fingers. Not digging them in, just flat circles. Great. So this is a great place to start because we're priming for when we do our head and neck. So the channels are open, right? Go ahead and tap, tap, tap. Great. Taking it to the other side. Left hand under my right collarbone. Little circles. Pump it. Great. Moving that fluid. Moving that stagnation. And then do your tap, tap, tap. Great. Above your collarbone now. And tap it out. Great. Okay, head comes up. We're going to take our hands and do this. Live long and prosper. Okay. You're going to take your fingers on either side of your ears and you're going to kind of pump as you pull down towards your jawline. Okay, so it's this gentle little squeeze, 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 and down. Again, squeeze, 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 and down. Just do 3 more of those. If you wake up with puffy face, this is the routine, y'all. And down. Great. Now you're just going to take your ears, grab a hold, little circles, should feel nice. Kind of moving from your earlobes up towards the top. Switch the directions of your circles. Great. One last little massage. Great. Now gently, just kind of take all that energy, pull it down to those collarbones. Down. So you can start on kind of the front part of your jaw. Try not to go too hard over the front of your neck though, because there's your thyroid and we don't want to disturb our beautiful butterfly-shaped friend who's literally in charge of everything. So we gotta be careful, nourish our thyroid. So try to maybe super light touch here or totally avoid it. And then start to travel backwards towards the back of the neck. Great. And then once you get to the back, just travel back towards the front. Gentle, gentle, good. And then just take your shoulders into circles for 6, 5, flush it all out. 4, 3, great. 2 and 1, go the other direction up for 6. 5, just an easy massage. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Nice. We're going to take it into a soft ball arm circle. So you're going to take your arm up, scoop back, and then forward. So it's like a softball pitch. You're just going to do 5 more of those. 5. Again, just pumping that joint. 4 and 3. Great. 2. And we're going to go the opposite direction. So you go back, up, around, overhand throw like a baseball. 6, 5. Great. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to send that same arm up towards the sky. We're going to make a little loose fist on the opposite hand and pat it out. About 30 of these. So many lymph nodes in the armpit. If you have like a puffy armpit, it's not fat, probably it's stagnant lymph. Okay, so that happens to me sometimes. I'm like, need to give it some love. Great. Nice. Now, again, light touch, pads of the fingers, just little circle, kind of moving around, pumping that fluid. Great. Let's switch softball left arm up and around. Great. Breathe. 3 and 4. Great. 5 and 6. Other way over the head for baseball. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we send it up and hold. Again, light fist, easy tap. Breathe. Great. Nice. Few more here. Great. All right. Taking it into your little massage, your little circles, just for about 10 of those. Great. Swing those arms forward, back. Okay, beautiful, you guys. We're going to lie down face up on our mat. Okay, guys, let's just find our neutral spine here. Your feet hip distance apart. Your head, your middle back, and your back of your pelvis are making contact with the floor. So just take a moment. Feel the weight of your body on those 3 points. Just feel the floor supporting you. Take an inhale. On our exhale, we're going to flatten our lower back down onto the floor. We're going to move through imprint. Inhale, back to neutral. So pelvis neutral. Exhale, we flatten like we're tilting our hip bones towards our bottom ribs. Extend. Great. For 4 more. 4. We're just trying to smush our lower back down onto the floor for 3 and 2. Great. One more time. We flatten, and now we continue with that energy by engaging our glutes, peeling our spine up 1 vertebrae at a time, going all the way up to the very top. We inhale, we hold, we drive through the heels, we squeeze the cheeks, and then we exhale, pull the ribs in, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time, squeeze your lower back down, and move that spine like a strand of pearls. We're going to go through that a few more times, right? So you're going to inhale neutral. I'm going to move my arms. Exhale, you're going to flatten. You're going to peel yourself up like a piece of tape going all the way up to the top. You're going to hold for a big deep breath, squeeze the cheeks, and exhale. What we're doing by rolling down, we're actually stimulating the lymph nodes in the abdomen and in our back, right? Because they're making contact with the floor, and we're doing that like pumping action, right? So again, peel it up, lift. Great. And on top of that, we are getting this beautiful spinal articulation, getting each bone in our back to move independently. And great. Let's do 2 more. Smush the low back, peel it up like a piece of tape. Great. Lift, hold, squeeze the cheeks. Huge inhale, exhale, roll it down, massage through the back of the body. Nice. Did I say 3? I think we got 2 more. Lift it up. Hold. Counting's not my, it's not my gift. Okay, roll it down. And great. And last one. I can't be trusted with the rep count. I'm sorry. Lift and hold. Nicely done. Roll it all the way down. Now we're going to get a little more intense, and we are going to do the 100 to really get everything moving. So you're going to keep your imprint. So my low back is flat against the floor. I'm going to bring one leg up to tabletop and then bring the other leg up. Hold. Again, low back flat. Reach the arms long at your sides. We're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale all the way up and hold. Let's do that again. Inhale, come down. Powerful exhale, up and hold. Let's go 3 more, and then we're going to send it up and hold it at the top. For 3, and down, and 2, and down. One more time, and okay, 1. We are going to hold it up here, you guys, locked and loaded. We're in our imprint. Our arms are long and strong. Our eyes are right on those inner thighs. So we're going to breathe in for 5 pats and breathe out for 5. And this is really forceful and really energetic, and it just gets everything moving. It gets the circulation moving. So here we go. Big deep breath in through the nose. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Into the sides and back of your ribs. As you exhale, the belly button pulls down to the floor. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are halfway there. Here's your optional. You're going to inhale with straight legs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 60. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 70. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and keep those shoulders up nice and high. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 90. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold 100. Come up a little higher. Give me little pulses for 10, up 9. Pull that belly button down. 8, 7, 6, nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Feet go down. Let your knees go wide. Let your belly soften. I know we snuck in a little ab work there. We're just bringing a little attention and a little energy to these muscles, but now we're going to soften them. I want you to make your light fists and just little tap. Lots of lymph nodes in the tummy, in the abdomen. So gentle, gentle. Nice. Great job, you guys. From here, we're going to take it into leg circles. So we are going to bring those legs back together. I'm going to straighten my left leg out, and my right leg is going to go straight up towards the ceiling. We're going to focus on the back of the knee here. Again, lots of lymph nodes here. So we're just going to bend, extend. See how the ankle is not over pointed or over flexed? It's just relaxed for 5, 4, 3, 2, great. Gently hold it up, toes down and up. Again, pumping any swelling out of that ankle for 6, 5, good job. 4, 3, 2. Okay, great. We're going to hold it with a gentle point. Now I want some more energy in this leg. So shrink wrap those muscles, whoosh, reach it up. Beautiful. Leg circles here, you guys. What we're doing is we're moving the thigh bone inside of the pelvis. And so it's going to, like I said, flush out your hips, and there's lots of lymph nodes in your groin, right? So it's just kind of getting that area moving. So we're going to cross the midline of our body on our inhale. Exhale out to the sides, around, and pause. We're going to do 8 in each direction. Down, up, around, and pause. Inhale, exhale. Kind of like our softball swings, the same idea, right? We're just kind of pumping that joint and around. Good. Inhale, down and around. Now our core is working, so we do not wiggle. For 3 and 2 and 1, other way. Out to the side and up and around. Out to the right, cross the midline and pause for 2. Stay connected to the breath. 3, whoo, good. And 4, nice work. And 5, 3 more. Relax your upper body. Relax your head and neck. 2, 1 more time. Hold it up. 1. Now just give that leg a hug. Give it a squeeze, squeeze, squeeze towards your armpit. Beautiful. Send it out. Left leg up. Now straighten and bend. Just an easy pump of the back of the knee. Great. For 6, easy ankle. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Take it up and down and up. Oh, gentle pump. Again, get rid of that swelling in your ankle, which lots of inflammation can settle there. Last 3 and 2 and 1. We're going to hold it up. Again, energize this leg. Lengthen. Place your hands down. Here we go. Cross the center of the body, out to the side, and pause for 8 and 7. Good. Exhale heavy through that thigh bone at the top. Inhale, exhale, complete the circle. Good. For 4 and lift. Nice. 3, lengthen that leg. 2 and lift. One more time. Down and other side, other direction, I should say. Down, pause at the top. Again, wide, and again, squeezing. 3, massaging all those tissues. We got this. 4 more. Up and around. Nice. Relax the head and neck and jaw. 3 and 2. Beautiful. One more time. And 1. Again, interlace the fingers. Hug that knee toward your armpit. Give it a squeeze. Let it open. Amazing. Okay, so now you can kind of grab your leg, roll yourself up to a seated position. So rolling like a ball, such a fun move. Again, what it's going to do is just kind of pump that area on the back of your body right under your skin. Not to mention, it's a fun move. It works your core, and it's great for your spine. So again, make sure you have lots of padding behind you so this doesn't hurt your back. We're going to find that spot that's right on the back of our sit bones. So we can kind of, it feels natural to kind of like tuck into this little ball. So settle into that spot that's not on your tailbone. It's like in between your sit bones and your tailbone, and it allows you to get into the C curve. Relax your shoulders, and I just want you to take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale into the sides and back of your ribs. Exhale, I want you to find your deep core. Saran wrap, especially around the lower abs. So it's an up and in, pelvic floor up and in. Again, 2 more breaths. Exhale, zip up your tight jeans. One more time, inhale and exhale. Great. So now on our next inhale, don't roll onto your head. Keep your chin tucked. You're just going to roll back, balance, boom. So much fun. Inhale back, exhale up, and pause. So you initiate the movement by scooping and increasing that curve through the lower back, right? So scoop, roll, and up. Pause. Good. Shoulders down, elbows in. Let's go for 4. Ah, so good. And 3. Exhale, we pause. Keep your eyes on your thighs. 2. And lift. This is old school Pilates move. One more time. Down and up. Good. Pause. Beautiful. Feet go down. You're going to come into a mermaid position and face forward. Great. So from here, just seated on top of those sit bones, super proud, easy. And we're going to grab a hold of our right ankle. Our left arm's going to go up over the head. You're going to inhale super duper tall. Exhale over to the side. Reach. We're going to move through this again for 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale over to the side. 3 and 2. Again, it's that little pumping action. And 1. Now from here, arms go out to a T. I'm going to lean over, resist gravity as I come down onto my elbow, reach. So that's my inhale. Exhale, I'm going to use my deep core to stack my spine up, trying not to use my arms, and then go back over to where we just were. Good. We're going to do 5 of those. So that's 1. Take it down. Push those ribs up like an accordion. Again, so your hand comes up, and then you kind of like feel your lower abs pulling you up to stack the spine and reach it over. This nice flowing move. Good. For 3. Exhale. Try not to push up with your arm. Nice. And 2. So good. And up. Nice. One more time. Down. And we'll end at the top, up and over. So good. We are going to do 1 more set of our rolling like a ball. And then we'll do the other side of our mermaid. So back here, you know what to do this time. Find that spot on the back of your sit bones, light touch on your shins. So if we go here, then we'll use our legs to like, woo, use momentum, which is like, listen, it's not bad, but it's just not the way the exercise was designed. If you want to do that, you totally can. So we're just going to try to keep them on the shin so we stay in control and we keep this ball shape as much as possible. So again, drop the chin a little, put your eyes on your inner thighs. You're going to initiate by scooping those abs in even more, and then you naturally roll. Oh, see how I kicked my legs there? I did what I said not to do. Roll it back, up, and pause. Woo! Good. Let's go for 4 more. 4. Scoop those abs. 3. And up. Balance at the top. For 2. I love this move. Get to be a kid again. 1 more time. Up. And beautiful. Back to our mermaid. So we're going to have the left shin bone out this time. Your right foot against your left thigh. Grab your ankle. Right arm goes up over the head. And we just grow up and out, right? Our pelvis is a pot. The spine and limbs are our plant. Inhale straight up to the ceiling. And exhale up and over for 3. And straight up. Great. And 2. Oh, 1 more time. We're going to go up and over. Great. Use your core. Stack your spine. We're going to go elbow down. Push your ribs up towards the ceiling. Really stretch from your hip bone to your ribs. And again, we float the arm and then use your abs to bring yourself up and over. Good. 4 more of those. Elbow down. Push your ribs up towards the ceiling. Again, that lift of the pelvic floor is what's stacking your spine up and over. Great. So it's all core. 4, 3, and up. Reach. And 2. Huge deep breath. Again, not using that bottom arm. Great. 1 more time. Down. And then you'll hold that last one at the top. Right here. Reach. So good, you guys. Bring it on down. Okay, 1 more little series here. So we're going to stay in our mermaid and we're going to come up and do a squat. So we're basically going to do 5 squats. And every time we go up, we're going to do our light fists and we're going to massage the lymph nodes that are in the groin area. Okay, so you're going to be slightly pitched forward. So think of your peacock feathers being flared here. You can have your hands in front of you to counterbalance. And then you're going to lift up. You're going to squeeze. You're going to tuck your pelvis under. So you're in an imprint spine. And then you're just going to go tap, 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 tap. Like 10 of them, 5 each side. And then squeeze the glutes, resist gravity back down. Again, all the way up and hold. Again, just pumping all of that stuff out, right? And then we give it a squeeze on the way down. And tailbone under at the top for 3. So good. Gentle, gentle, okay? I know I can get a little forceful, but now reminding myself 2 and down. Great. 1 more time. All the way up. Hold. Whew. Nice. And we're just going to switch sides. Great. Again, peacock feathers flared. Take your inhale. Exhale, we come up. We squeeze those cheeks. We tuck the tail under. We tuck our tail feathers under. And just little tap, 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 tap. And down. And up. And down. Nice. Do what feels right. Maybe go into the belly a little bit more. And down. Great. And 2. So gentle. Just below the skin, right? And down. 1 more time. Take it up. Nicely done. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. So to end, I'm just going to have you lie down. You could be laying down with your legs right up against a wall. That would just be weird for me in this setting. So I'm going to use my little ottoman and you can do either one. So right here. Whatever feels good. Again, as long as your legs are like chilling. So you're up against a wall like this, or your legs are here. Okay. So we're going to do one more pass on the abdomen here. Super soft belly. Little light tap, tap, tap with that open fist. Nice. Great. Nice. We're going to totally relax. Relax the belly, relax the hips, relax the legs. Let everything move the way it's supposed to now. So stress is one of those really big things that can make our body like not function optimally, right? So if you're puffy, chances are you're stressed. That happens to me. I'm like, oh my God, my cortisol gets high and I'm puffy. And it's because your body's in fight or flight. It's in survival mode. So it's not going to detox you. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's not going to spend its resources doing that. So what we're going to do here is just vibe out for a second, just totally chill out and just focus on our breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Focusing on our belly breath. So again, the more we can relax our core, the more signal we send to our nervous system that we are safe. We can go into healing, digesting, muscle building, detoxification, all of those things that get put on hold when you're in survival mode. Sorry. All right. So it's optional. I love to massage the 100 meetings. So that's a point right at the top of your head when you take your top of your ears and you follow that line all the way up to the top. And again, you can just use the pads of your fingers to just give it a little massage. You can do that while you're just taking your big belly breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. You can tap it if that feels good. While you're doing that, you're feeling your body making contact with the floor. You are on a solid surface. You are so relaxed. So your relaxed body is telling your nervous system that you're safe, right? So we can, when we're feeling anxious, there are things we can do physically to counter that. Great. All right, just kind of put a little pressure on that 100 meeting point. All right, relax your arms down at your sides. One more big deep breath in through the nose. Fill up the belly. And let it fall. Whew. All right, amazing, you guys. Hopefully everything is moving and you feel better. I'm just going to stay right here. Take your time getting up. But I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.